Welcome to Yeshua Kids Garden. Hello and welcome to Yeshua Kids once again, and today we are here with a new guest, and as usual we have a protocol here to allow our guests to introduce themselves before we get to the main subject of discourse. So well, thank you for being here. Could you kindly introduce yourself to the audience? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Onoha Goma Umecha. I am a nurse by profession. I have a bachelor's degree in nursing science. I am a registered nurse, a registered midwife, a reproductive health practitioner, a registered public health nurse, and I am currently practicing as a nurse. I am also a female wears vendor. I sell female wears of different types, both Nigerian made wears and foreign wears. I sell them in different varieties, like the joggers, the dresses, the two-piece wears, the crop tops, the crop shirts, the underwears, bags, footwears, and what have you. So that's what I do currently. I love business. I love everything concerning business. I am into business, the real business. And I am a Christian. I love God. I love everything about God. I follow him. He is my everything. He is my rock. So yeah, that is just a little about me.
Okay, interesting you said you love God, because here we love God too. Okay, so thank you so much. As a matter of fact, it's no marvel that you're in the clothing business, because as a matter of fact we came across your advert, and we decided to contact you, and because we're on a journey and on speaking with different vendors and understanding how far they've gone in business and the different challenges, so which is some of what we'll be discussing with you today. So today we've titled this discussion as the journey to becoming a female wears vendor, and the objective of this is to help those who will be interested in this field, this domain, or who are considering. So I believe this discussion, which will undergo a lot of series. So we're going to be having this first chat and definitely more chats in the future. So with the hope that you're able to clarify some of the aspects of this domain. So as an opening question, so you've introduced yourself. That's very good. So I would like to ask you, so on this journey which you're currently on, life says it's understanding that life journeys never ends. It never ends, right? So first question I have for you on this note is, what initially sparked your interest in selling female wears? So many businesses, why did you toe this line?
Well, I told this line because I found out that I had an interest in female wears, especially, and all other aspects of fashion, were not really tickling my fancy. So I was like, oh, I think this is the one for me. So
okay,
yeah, that was actually majorly it, and I thought I want to put in a lot of contribution in this aspect of fashion. First of all, the female gender, especially, then going into the varieties and all that.
Okay, so before going in on before choosing this domain precisely on female wears, did you have any other considerations prior? I'm sure you must have had a list of things. How did this journey start, and what were those considerations, and why did you rule out those other considerations? That's my question, most to say precisely, in fact.
Okay, how the journey started, right?
Yes.
Okay, this journey started when I was in the university. I was in 300 level. I was at Inugu. That was during my psychiatric clinical experience. Before then, I always had this concern to start up something. And I knew that, okay, I'll be leaving school soon. And when I leave school, I mean in the normal African setting, once you're out of school. Yeah, what did you say?
I said every man for himself.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everybody would just, hands off. So and I was like, I really need to be able to, cater for my needs the way I want to. I want this. I really needed to have financial freedom. And, I kept on pondering, thinking, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do about this? So I had that drive to start something, but I didn't actually know what to start. Like I was so confused and I kept on praying about it and, kept on searching and searching and searching. And I really needed to do something. I wanted to do something that I would have interest in. There was something that I would enjoy doing. So one day I saw this link. I saw it on a friend's status. So this link, like a vendor that needed drop shippers. I was like, okay, let me just try this, see how it goes, see what it's all about, and see if it's something I can do. So I joined the group. I was like, well, it won't hurt to try something. But whatever happens, no problem.
So
At least I made a move. Yeah, so
that's the first
I don't.
bold move one has to
Yeah,
take, and
yeah.
if you really want something, then you have to try it. Okay, yeah. So I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. So I joined and, I got to understand what the whole thing was all about. And I started. I started as a dropshipper. And, with time, kept getting better, better, and better. Yeah. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy road. It's not an easy road. Yes, I must say, but it is worth it, and it has always been worth it.
Okay, so I have some questions on those difficulties. Like I said, we're not going to just put everything in this one interview. We're going to have a series of interviews. Just to pedal back to the last question I asked, which was a two-part question. So you've answered the first part.
Hey, look, these days, where economy just they fail. Come with Sapa way, no fit explain. You get brand where they sell, we go pay. We go pay, go pay, go hey, pay. Look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me, go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick, and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money, they do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, where you there, so my manana, distress sales. My manana, distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net.
Everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Like say things they share for this website. Let me go check out this website, man.
For the second part I have for you, were there any other considerations? Like you had this phase where you didn't know what to do. Did you have any other considerations besides the clothing business? And at what point did you say, "Hey, this is what I want to do"? What point did you make that call?
There were other considerations, like hair, all other accessories, many things, a lot of things. And I didn't have the interest in those things. It didn't catch my fancy. But then when I saw that particular link, I was like, clothing won't be bad, especially female clothing. So I had to, just take the risk.
Okay, so if you would forgive me, I would like to know what were some of those disqualifiers that said, okay, this is a more viable business, because I believe that you chose this aspect based on viability. That means the according to you, of course, it can be different for someone else. So what were those things that proved this to be more viable versus other things, or what did you find less viable in other things? So you can choose to respond to the questions as you like. So would you want to start from the perspective of looking at clothing as a viability, and what was the reason for that? Why did you consider that the most viable option for you?
Okay, well, I consider clothing as the most viable option because that is like the main point when it comes to what's it called, fashion, right? The outfits. That is what is more pronounced when you look at somebody. All the other accessories are just to complement the outfit, right? So one can do without those other accessories sometimes, but I mean, you cannot do without putting on a cloth, right? Do you want to go naked? Yes. So
That's a good point. Okay, so that's like it's kind of like the concept of food. You need food first before you can do anything. So obviously, one of the basic needs is clothing, and people want to look good. Okay, so thank you. Let's transition to the next. At some point, I did come across your advert, and I was like, wow, man, this is really nice, and I think I really want to show this probably during our series so people can have an idea of how to contact you. I think you have an interesting business going on. I think that is what you're doing is really great, and that's why we thought and said that you must be the first on this show, on this journey we started interacting with businesses. Okay, so next we want to get into the subsection of today's topic, which is starting the business. So the first question I have for you on this note is, how did you take the first steps? I know you spoke about the link. Okay, a little more elaboration will be appreciated on this question. So how did you take the first step toward becoming a female wears vendor? So if you can work us through, so the first step and maybe subsequent steps. So what did you do exactly?
okay, well, I didn't need to do much. First of all, I just needed to have the drive, have the zeal, have the interest, which I did. And secondly, yeah, I started small. I started as a drop shipper, as I said earlier. So I just needed my phone, social media, and an internet connection, which I had. I didn't have any capital at all, right? So I just, as I said, my phone, my internet connection, my social media. So I just utilized that, and I joined the link. I got in contact with the supplier, and I started, posting the wares, the supplies that she had based on what is available. So what the whole dropshipping thing is majorly about it. The supplier posts wares at wholesale price, below market price, right? So she posts them at that price, and it gives you an advantage. So you get to add your own price, and by the time you add your own price, your price may be like equal to market price, right? So when you add your price, depending on your target audience and depending on your customer base at the point, you add your price, you post, and when people indicate interest, they make their payments, and the supplier supplies to you or supplies directly to the customer, depending on what you want. So you're just like a middleman,
Okay.
right? But you are still, benefiting.
All right. So I heard something that is really blowing my mind. In this economical situation we're in Nigeria, and we have been in for such a long time, starting a business with no money. It's not really how was it? How was the journey? Was it difficult? Like, that's crazy to imagine. So just give us a little insight. So the struggles, the motivations, whatever you can say, because I'm really curious. No money to start a business in this economy, and would you recommend that as an ideal to start, or would you say that if you have the money, no matter how little, you can actually use this money you have to actually give you an added advantage? Would you say anyone can start at this point, and if so, what are those things that are required to ensure success that you have achieved so far?
Okay, well, starting a business without a capital, it sounds crazy, but it's very, very achievable. So, I mean, social media has made everything easier for us. So if you don't have the capital to start a business, there's still a way. You just have to start by being a drop shipper. And like if you want to be a drop shipper, you have to be very careful. You have to ensure that you are working with the right supplier, a good supplier for whatever niche you want to venture into. It mustn't be female wear. It can be female wear. It can be anything that's you're interested in. But make sure you are working with the right supplier. And if you have the capital to start a business, that is very good. It's a good way to start as well. But make sure that you have your audience, you have your customer base. You have to try to build your customer base, because that is what is most important, and build trust as well. Whether as a drop shipper or you have a capital to start a business, you have to be able to build trust, build your audience, build your customer base. Because even if you have the capital to start a business and you don't have people that will buy from you, you don't have customers, audience that are ready to make purchases, you'll still not get what you're looking for, because your money will be tied down. Do you understand?
Yes.
So yeah, that is what is most important. Whether you start as a dropshipper or you start with capital, I mean, there is hope for everybody, and the sky is wide enough for all birds to fly. So you just have to do the right thing, do what is most important.
Okay, I like that you have a positive outlook for everyone. Even me, I feel like venturing into the business myself. So I think this is perfect. So yeah, I think there are two things you mentioned that I lashed onto. Hopefully, I do remember. You spoke about having the importance of having a good supplier. And can you? I think I have an idea of why that might be important. So I would like you to shed some light on that note. But I also want to draw. The second thing I had to say was to draw on what you said. With or without money, obviously, without money is harder, and with money you can do some things because you have the funds to fund those things. But in any case, what you're trying to say is that there is some work, because it's possible to lose all that money if you do not put in the work, and that is sourcing for the customers and actually some groundwork which you need to ensure that sales is achievable. Okay, so let's pedal back to what I said, which is on the notion, or the note precisely, of the supplier. So can you expound on that, and why is that a key aspect?
Okay. On the note of a supplier, a good supplier, you need to have a supplier that knows what she is doing or he is doing. Understand the quality, because different wares have different qualities. You need to know and understand exactly what you're going for, and ensure that your supplier is somebody who will give you what you are looking for. Okay, because some people are not very clear on what they are into or what they are selling, right? Or sometimes there's this thing some people do, they post the different outfits. They post a picture of something, and then when you get that thing, it is not exactly what was in the picture. And this has caused a lot of issues for me, I must say, and it's really, really disappointing, and it's it's unfair. So if you're working with someone like that, it will cause a lot of issues for you and distrust on the part of your customer. So you have to be very careful, and also ensure that your supplier has your interest at heart. Someone that is patient, someone that is understanding, someone that communicates, someone that keeps to time. Yeah, so these are, and sometimes it's not easy to identify, but it's not impossible to identify. So you can do it based on a referral, from someone else. You can take your time to monitor a supplier and the person's activities before you start patronizing. Yeah, and even if they don't have shops, when you see someone who knows what he or she is doing, you will know definitely. So yeah, just have to take your time to observe that and note that before you start.
Okay, so you seem to me from your statements, you seem to be like someone that is very just, very honest, and wanting to deliver the best results for your clients. Because I could see how disappointed you were when you made mention of how suppliers can, I mean, the way they do business can actually impact your reputation. So that must be a very challenging thing for you, and it's. I can see that's one of the difficulties. So, I mean, that's one of the important things one must ensure is getting as credible suppliers that can actually ensure. And I would like to think there's a need for alternatives as well, just in case. But of course, I can imagine that you prefer one supplier over the other because of quality and maybe other variables which you've considered. So, just before we transition to the next question, I would like to take a brief break, and so we can see the ad we came across and why we said that she absolutely has to be on this program. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to see adverts, and also we're going to see the exhibition for the day from UG's Fashion Hub. Thank you so much. Welcome to UG's Fashion Hub, the home of female wares and accessories. Try the new elegance. You'll love it, ladies, I guarantee. Oh, Clarice, what seems to be the matter again? Oh, I know. You've seen the reviews and you wonder where you can find Yuji's Fashion Hub and how you can get across to her directly. Oh, come on now, Clarice. I know you're fed up with your old, expensive but ugly clothes, and you dream of being a princess one day, arrayed in beautiful, affordable wares, just like your friends. But your main friends don't want to show you how to get your very own delivery just like her.
My UG's Fashion Hub, baby. Thank you so much. See our boo boo. I don't know why you have not come to buy your own. No. Limited stock. Oh. Limited stock. Yeah. She bought 3 only our Odogu wine. See, my customers are Odogu. Yes. 3 at once. It's not easy. The next person should better come and buy 5. I don't used to deal with small girls. It's just Odogu.
See how happy she was? Having some of these and more delivered to her in a professional and timely fashion, irrespective of her location. Now here's your chance. Okay, so we're back, and thank you for your patience. Moving on with the questions. The next question I have for you is, how did you transition moving? I would say, how would you transition? So you had no capital, but how did you move on to build on from the zero capital, and how did you ensure you were able to retain that progressive growth? So what are some advices you can give to people to ensure that the business remains stable, remains consistent, and how did you build from where you started, which is in technicality nothing? All right, how did you survive?
Okay. Well, the most important thing here is discipline. You have to, discipline yourself. First of all, you have to understand that in most cases, your business money is not your money. As the name implies, business money, it is for your business. So unless that is the only source of income you have, if you have another source of income, then your business money is not your money. You have to keep it aside. That is one of the ways you can grow, especially if you started from nothing like me. So your business money is not your money. Keep on adding to it, growing it, and with time it will amount to, and you can now invest that data has amounted to buying it as time goes on. Then if that is like your only source of income, well, that is very understandable because this economy is not easy. You just can just I'll advise you to find a way to at least keep some aside, right? Because I mean you have to grow. You won't just remain in one place for forever, right? I mean you don't want to remain a dropshipper for life, unless you're just yeah, unless you're just doing the business for a short while, something that just for now, after now, just keep it aside, do away with it. So if that's your if that's what you have in mind, then fine. But if you really want to grow, it's something you want to, do consistently, then you need to save, learn to save and discipline yourself. So
Okay, so that's a journey. Different journeys in one domain, subdomain, and I mean, you've traveled many different journeys from the discipline aspect, from I would say from the launching aspect to the getting customers. I imagine on these journeys you've taken, you must have had doubts, fears, and concerns, and troubling times. So, can you share with us? Did you ever have these? I imagine as a business person, these are some of the hurdles one has to deal with, and you deal with it mostly alone. So, how did you face these difficulties? What were they, and how did you manage to surmount these difficulties, fears, challenges, doubts, what have you?
well, by the grace of God, I have overcome all of these challenges, and I will continue to overcome because the journey never ends. So, I've had fears, you know, I have had a lot. I have seen, I have been through a lot. There are times where you would want to give up and you'll be like, oh, more, is this whole thing worth it? Big for my own mental health. Let me just quit. But then, when you know what you're looking for and you know where you are going to, you would have that understanding that, well, it's just part of life. Sometimes you cry, after crying, you will clean your tears and move on ahead. So, yeah, it's not easy. I must say it's not easy at all. I mean, nothing good comes easy. So you just have to, make up your mind that this is, what I want to do. This is a journey I want to embark on, and you just have to buckle up and be ready to face whatever comes with it, whatever challenges you witness on the way. So that is just, and hold God tight.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so do you have more to say on that, or is I just have a specific question on that note? Do you have any more to say, or it's good?
Well, yes, I have something else to say. On the long run, you would experience a lot of people. You will see that human beings are different. I'm telling you, yes.
Oh, okay.
And everyone comes with their own characteristics. Some days will be good. Some days you would feel like exchanging blows with somebody more. Yeah. Customer service is very important, so you have to put your customers first. So you just have to, put all your emotions behind and, face everything, the way it is supposed to be. Doesn't mean you would, lose your self-respect or respect of your brand in the process. So you just have to be diplomatic, know how to handle situations and not to displease anybody, so that at the end everybody will be happy at last and satisfied. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel that must be a very difficult aspect as well, because I would say these are some of the challenges. One which was actually my next question for you. having to encounter different people in in the line of buying and selling can be very difficult, and some customers actually make your day pleasant. Some customers actually just have make you have a very awful day because of the way they speak, and that's one of the things people have to do. People who are into the business of buying and or selling, sorry, have to encounter. So yeah, so you've answered my question, but I really want to know what were some of those doubts and fears you had. Okay, you mentioned one. Were there any doubts besides what you just mentioned? Did you how did you also encourage yourself? What do you have coping mechanisms that you use that you can probably advise the audience or people who might be interested to venture in this business? What would you advise as a coping mechanism? What did you do? Can you just give us just a typical example?
Well, sometimes I take breaks, just like maybe 1 day, 2 days, try to clear your head and, come back fresh. But one thing I'll tell you, don't allow your break to be too long, because the longer the break, the more it is difficult for you to, come back to the order of the day, the business and everything. So because at some point you would feel that relaxation, and sometimes relaxation can be too good, when you have nothing to worry about for like some time. Because I mean, when you are, in business, there's always something to worry about. There are always calculations, and you're like, oh, I have to do this. This will help me better. This will help to improve my business. What do I have to do? Or what am I doing right? What am I not doing right? What do I have to improve? So those worries are always there. So, but I mean, that is part of it, and that is part of what helps you to grow. So, I mean, it's okay to take a break. We're all human beings, right? So, after taking a break, just your
We move. We
clothes.
continue.
I move.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think at this point we're going to end it here, but I would I would like you to know that at every point, because we find you to be a very fantastic person. Your business layout, your discipline, it's amazing, because we saw this and we said, wow, we must have you here, and it's an honor to have you here. So I would like for every in exchange for your willingness to take this interview, I would like for you to put out your information. Of course, we're going to have time to edit in your advert into the program before we post this video. But I would like for you to leave your handles. How can people get across to you, your business line, and how they can contact you? And of course, as we move on from series to series, I would like you to drop an advice for people who would like to venture into this business. Just so if you can in the future think about what you can leave as an advice for every series. Okay, so let's start with the first. What would you have to leave? What can you leave for those aspiring to venture into this business? What advice would you give them? Just a nugget for today.
Okay. Well, I would say if you have that interest, the best time to start is now, not tomorrow, not next year. No procrastination. Start now and start early.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to how can we reach you? How can prospective, okay, so people who want advice from you or probably interact with you, also people who are looking to purchase, because I'm sure we're going to exhibit the things you have in every series, so I'm sure you're definitely going to find some clientele here. So how can they get across to your handle in case they want to see more, in case they want to get in contact with you to actually purchase the item they actually saw on this program? So what are your Instagram handles, Facebook, social media, whatever, what have you, your business line? How can people reach you?
Okay, well, my business line is 0903-059-0810, and we have a WhatsApp group where we post all available items, varieties. I mean, there's a whole lot to buy. Whether you're a retailer, you're a dropshipper, you're a wholesaler, you're someone who wants to shop for yourself, buying for personal use. I mean, you would see a lot. So that is actually the place you have to be. So you just have to, reach out to us on WhatsApp and we add you to our group. My Instagram handle is UGs_fashion_hub. My the UGs is UGS, right?
I was about to
UGS
ask
underscore.
that. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, go ahead. You can take that again so it's clear. Somebody would have said UGs or
All
UGs.
right, all right. My
Okay.
Instagram handle is UGS_fashion_hub, all in small letter. That is how you can, reach us. You can also, go through our Instagram page, see what the brand is all about, say kind of stuff, still reach out to us on WhatsApp, so whatever it is, we are always ready. We are always active. We are always ready to, attend to you, to deliver, to ensure that you receive 100% satisfaction.
All right. So thank you so much once again. And like I said, this is part one. We have many parts in view, and the next discussion we're going to touch on challenges. So the next discussion we're going to have will be more so focused on business growth. Okay, and this is a many part series. This is possibly endless, depending on how long you are willing to stay with us. We would love to have you, but if life takes us on a journey. So of course, we would love to have you. So next discussion, part two, will be business growth, and where we'll be discussing challenges of becoming a female wears vendor. So thank you once again, Miss or Mrs. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
It's Miss.
Mr. Gomez. So we would ask you. We would love to see you again. So thank you so much, and do have a great day. All right. So please, as usual, viewers, do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and please, we welcome you to join us on this journey. And as we interview more vendors and also see more of Miss O'Connor on the show. So thank you once again, and do have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, my name is Taruar of Yashar Kids Garden. Okay, my name is Taruar, the cool one. Yeah, I said it. I'm the cool one. Yeah. Okay, so just kidding, by the way. Gotta be humble here. Okay, so now my name is Taruar, and I'm the guy with the announcements, the informations, and the reminders. So, speaking of reminders, if you are yet to subscribe to all our platforms, subscribe to us and follow us on TikTok at YasharKidsGarden.ykg, Instagram, Yashar Kids Garden, and lastly, on YouTube. Come on, you want to take a guess? Yashar Kids Garden as well. Okay, so follow us on all these platforms. It's really that easy. This way, you never miss out on anything. So come on now, it's just a button. Click it. Click the subscribe. Click the follow. Come on now. Click it. Click it. Click it. Come on, click it. Alright, so now the announcements. In some time and over a period of time, we will be organizing some quiz which you will have the chance to participate in. Alright, so now what will the quizzes be based on? It will be based on what we've learned so far. I will be the host, and I will be asking the questions based on all we have treated in the past. So people with the correct answers will be selected at random for a gift or cash prize, which will be issued by our sponsor for today. So, just before we introduce you to our sponsor, in case you would like to join our community, WhatsApp to be precise, or follow our channel on WhatsApp as well, the link is in the description. Come on now. Be with a cool team. Yeah, the cool tier. Okay, now back to our sponsor. So now, who is our sponsor? Who is that awesome entity, or what is that awesome entity that is helping us out, or that is showing us the great support that we need to make this show a success? So now let's get to it. Our sponsor for today, and our primary sponsor in all, is DistressSales.net, a platform where you can buy distress sales items. Also sell, of course. And you know what? Sign up is free. Who does that if not DistressSales.net? So join in today, join their platform, and actually see and sell, view, and buy. Okay, distress sales items. Okay, so check it out. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what they do, their advert will be right on the side over here, and I'm just gonna be here keeping quiet. Right on the side here will be their advert. That way you understand what they're really all about. Okay. All right, so I'll be on the side.
Hey, look, these days, where economy just they fail. Come with supper way, no fit explain. You get brand where they sell, we go pay. We go pay, go pay, go pay. Hey, look, info, Leon Finfo, follow me, go, may we get money. Make you call your amigos, free membership, sign up quick, and no they carry body. If you buy, if you sell for this website, no commission, no cost for this website. But cool sellers, we go give you good price. And if you know like I'm go the next guy. Hey, no middleman, we go try take your money to do your thing on a solo. If you find anything, if you sharply buy for any location, where you there, so my manana, distress sales. My manana, distress sales. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress sales.net. Distress. Oh, we got no distress.
True, everybody just they dance, they smile for here, man. Like say things they share for this website. Maybe go check out this website, man.